Yo, what's going on, guys? Omen Monster coming at you again with another really random upload, as they always are. I swear to God, one day I'm going to try and get better at uploading consistently, but it's probably not going to happen. Anyway, so we have just had E3 with Microsoft's or Xbox's live event. I'm hoping most of you have watched it, and I'm hoping that most of you that know me well enough know that the only thing I was really waiting for was Halo. Obviously, we knew that we were kind of going to get multiplayer, but we actually got a little bit of that campaign trailer, and that's kind of what I'm here to look at. There's plenty of people out there who've spoken about multiplayer, and I've watched loads of it, and I love it, and there is nothing that I could really add. So I'm here doing my first ever Halo Infinite video, and I'm super excited about it, especially because it's not something I'd ever thought I'd do. I never thought I'd do this kind of video. I'm here today to kind of talk to you guys about a theory I have about the new AI. So, first of all, the weapon. New AI. First thing everyone thought, Cortana. There's similarities, obviously. It's unavoidable. The second they bring in a new AI into Halo, they made her blue. It was, you know, straight away people were the first thing you think is Cortana. It's going to happen. The theory I like most, right, is that the weapon was made with one of Halsey's recovered clone brains from Reach, and that kind of sparked with me. Because obviously that happened in Shadow of Reach. We know that happened. We know that Cortana, that's the way Cortana was made. So it would explain a lot of the similarities. And that's kind of like the theory I like the most. So that's the one I'm going to kind of like keep in my brain and say, that's the one I believe in. That's the one I want to believe in.
Where is Cortana?
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone. She's been deleted.
How? By you?
Of course not. Did you hit your head or something? Don't you remember? My instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you... Okay then. There's something else. On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
Good.
Good.
Something stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
But this wasn't the mission.
The missions changed. They always do.
Are you sure?
So in that little segment we saw of the campaign, we see Chief and the weapon are arriving somewhere. The weapon's been tasked with finding Cortana, neutralizing her, preparing her to be transported by Chief back to the UNSC for deletion. She was then supposed to delete herself. Clearly we see that doesn't happen. They have no idea where she is. The weapon has no idea why she hasn't self-deleted. And Chief, quite frankly, seems just fine with it. He's like, missions change, it happens all the time, and cracks on. And I want to touch on that a little bit. I'm probably looking into it too much and thinking about it too much, and it probably makes no sense, but I'll touch on that in a little bit. The things that we know is obviously the weapon was tasked with that task, and it didn't happen. She hasn't deleted. So this led me into my first theory. The first thing I thought, there's two of them, but they kind of follow the same sort of thought pattern. My first thought was, Cortana has found a way to hide herself or some of her code or whatever she would require to essentially stay alive or in existence inside of the weapon. You know, Cortana's a crafty git. She's been alive far longer than most AI. She's proven herself time and time again that she is more than capable of doing things that most AIs wouldn't do or wouldn't think to do. So to me, it's within the realm of possibility that she's figured out a way of hiding herself inside of the weapon and avoiding deletion, and then somehow overriding the weapon's core function to delete herself. The second one is, point blank, Cortana has gotten rid of the weapon and is posing as the weapon. I don't know if that's possible. I must admit, I've never put research in to know if the AIs can actually change their appearance or if that's like hardwired into them. Maybe she can, maybe she can't. But it's in my head, I was like, you know, again, Cortana's proven time and time again that she is exceptionally crafty. She's well past her sell-by date. And at this point, I'd imagine she's willing to do just about anything to avoid getting deleted. So those are my two theories. She's hidden herself in the weapon, or she's posing as the weapon. That's my two theories. You know, and the reasoning behind it, I couldn't really say. You know, we don't. I mean, maybe we do, but I don't know enough to say why she would be doing it. But I would assume it's obviously to avoid deletion and to find her way back to Chief, find a way to be with John again, and you know, not necessarily get taken back to UNSC to get absolutely obliterated. So another thing I kind of wanted to touch on is, obviously in that little clip, we see that Chief basically takes it on the chin that Cortana's not there. The mission hasn't been successful, and he's just like, let's crack on. And he just grabs the weapon, pops her straight in. Like there's no. You would believe that they've been working together for ages. He's comfortable with her. You know, considering the relationship that Chief and Cortana had and what's led them to this point and the amount of, frankly, bollocks that Chief has put up with from Cortana, you'd imagine that leaves some kind of like emotional scar on him. And I know obviously Chief is pretty tough and he's an absolute beast, but his closest relationship, to my knowledge, really is with Cortana. Obviously his team and Halsey, but Cortana being that person that's there with him from day one. She's always been there. She's, you know, she's everything to him. And for him to just accept a new AI just that easy, he just doesn't seem, he seems so comfortable with her, just so okay with her being there. It just seems weird to me. Like, what, obviously the similarities are there. So maybe that's what makes him comfortable, but I just thought it was worth noting that, like, he's so comfortable with her. And that seems weird to me. Especially the fact that he's on a mission to capture Cortana for deletion. Like, in my brain, considering how much he's gone through to try and save her, that seems like something he wouldn't want to do. What do you guys think? Are you ready for a new Chief AI relationship? Would you be okay with someone replacing Cortana? Like, let me know down below. And the other thing I want to know is if you have any theories. Like, what's your thoughts on what's going on with Cortana, the weapon, and Chief? Like, where has she gone? What is she doing? Let me know. Honestly, there's nothing I'd rather talk about than Halo. So I appreciate it. See you guys later. If you like the video, please let me know. Drop a like, and I appreciate everyone who comes by. Bye-bye.